Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome into the Jake Asman Show. I want to thank each and every one of you who have watched videos from this channel over the last year. Couldn't be here without you. When I started this channel, I originally just started posting a bunch of clips from my radio show, and I noticed the Jet content always got the most views. So I thought, why not start doing videos specifically about the New York Jets, the team I am by far and away the most passionate about. And I want to thank all of you who take time to watch these videos and helping this channel grow over the past year. So we start today by saying happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone has a great time with family and friends. Enjoy the football. We got the Lions and the Bears coming up in a few minutes. Not ideal, but hey, maybe the game will be better than we expect. And enjoy the games later today. Enjoy the games all weekend long. So in today's video, I want to talk about some reasons, some examples of things that us Jet fans can be thankful for. It's been a tough year. The Jets are 2-8. I think we all wanted this team to be better than that, be more competitive, even if they were going to lose a lot of games. But there are still some things that I could come up with that we could be thankful for as Jet fans. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone who takes time to watch this video. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I do want to say that support for the Jake Asman Show is now brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, champions of the world, if I do say so myself. Manscaped will offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. You know what that means. Manscaped just launched their fourth-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, 4.0, so you could join the over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. If you go to manscaped.com, and you're interested in purchasing the lawnmower, you'll get 20% off and free shipping when you use my promo code ASMAN. So ASMAN, manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping on the lawnmower 4.0. Before we get into it, I ask if you're new to the channel, you hit the subscribe button right over here. Happy Thanksgiving. Please subscribe. Please like down below as well. More subscribers, more likes, the more this channel will continue to grow. So here's what we could be thankful for as Jet fans on Thanksgiving. The first one is a little personal for me, but it also impacts all of you as well. The first one, we could be thankful for the return of Zach Wilson. And let me explain, because there's some people who are saying, well, Zach stinks. He's already a bust, even though he's only played 5 games. Let me start on a personal note. I'm thankful for the return of Zach Wilson because as a proud member of the Houston Jet Fans Club down here, the first Jet game I'm going to see in person in 4 years, Zach Wilson, thankfully, is playing quarterback on Sunday at NRG Stadium. So I am thankful for the return of Zach Wilson from a personal standpoint. But if you're a Jet fan, regardless of how Zach plays down the stretch, we now ideally get 7 games to watch him play quarterback, and that is infinitely better than watching Joe Flacco, who has no future with this team. The Jets drafted Zach second overall. We need to see him play. We need to see him develop. Zach coming back is a big reason why we should be thankful, because regardless how he plays, he needs experience, and it's much more watchable to watch him go out there against the 2-8 Texans than Joe Flacco in a game that would essentially mean nothing. And if you look at this 2021 draft class, AVT, really good. Elijah Moore, really good. Michael Carter, really good. Like, Zach was the catalyst to the whole thing with that second overall pick. So what can Jet fans be thankful for on Thanksgiving? The fact that Zach Wilson's back and he'll be playing quarterback on Sunday right here in Houston against the Texans. So I'm looking forward to being at the game. For those new to the channel, if you're in the Houston area, and I know a lot of Jet fans are, come on down to the Blue Lot Sunday before the game. Big tailgate planned. We'll be hanging out at 8 a.m. right until kickoff to watch Jets-Texans. There's probably no one in this town more excited for the Jet-Texan game than me, because let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of people dressed up as empty seats at NRG Stadium for this game on Sunday. No doubt about that. The second thing that we should be thankful for as Jet fans, and I alluded to it just before, is the young talent that the Jets have on this very team. Look, Joe Douglas was dealt a terrible roster, and he got hired so late in the process, he didn't get his first draft until 2020. So you could throw out the 2019 season because he really had nothing to do with it. He didn't spend any of the free agent money. That was Mike McCagnon. And he obviously didn't make any of the draft picks. That was Mike McCagnon. So Joe Douglas gets here in 2020, and that's really when things start for his draft. So I'm thankful for some of the young talent that the Jets have on this team, including Elijah Moore, who is a legit star for this team, I believe, going forward. 8 catches, 141 yards, and a touchdown against the Dolphins last week. The Dolphins, who have a phenomenal secondary, were raving about Moore after the game. Moore has 5 touchdowns in his last 5 games. He has caught 25 receptions for 349 yards over that span. He's a stud, and I cannot wait to ideally have the Zach Wilson to Elijah Moore connection going, moving forward for us Jet fans. So Elijah Moore is certainly someone that we could be thankful for here on Thanksgiving. The other talent I want to highlight, how about Elijah Vera Tucker? AVT, man, Joe Douglas has smashed it with this Jets 2021 draft class. He hit it out of the park. AVT is 4th among rookie offensive linemen with a 65.8 Pro Football Focus grade, and his 75.7 run block grade ranks 14th in the NFL. He's been one of the better offensive linemen in the league, and we're talking about a guy that the Jets moved up for in the draft using the Seattle pick from the Jamal Adams deal, which we'll talk about here in a moment, and they got an absolute can't-miss stud offensive lineman that could be a foundational piece on this O-line going forward. So I'm also thankful for Elijah Vera Tucker. Additionally, I'm thankful for Michael Carter. Yes, he's going to miss 2 to 3 weeks with the sprained ankle, but this guy has been the Jets' best playmaker overall this season. Michael Carter leads the Jets in total yards with 738. That's by far and away the most on this team. He also leads the Jets with total touches. Thanks to his work on the ground, we've seen him do really well. As Jets Wire notes on their website, Michael Carter has scored 4 touchdowns in his last 10 games. Like, this guy has been really good. And yes, the injury stinks, but at least we could point to him being, a real foundational piece on this offense. And, for the Jets to get him in the 4th round, great pick by Joe Douglas. Another reason why you just don't draft running backs that high, because there are guys in the mid rounds every year that you find. And Joe Douglas clearly has found one in Michael Carter. And then the final young player that I want to highlight is Bryce Hall. I'm thankful for Bryce Hall because Bryce Hall has gone out there this season and has played like a number 1 corner for this Jets team. They have a lot of issues on defense. Hall is not one of them. He's a really good player. The stats back it up. According to Michael Nania, who's been on the show a ton from Jets X Factor, Hall did not allow a first down or a touchdown, and he did not miss a tackle in the game against the Dolphins. He also did not commit a penalty. When you're talking about the Jets and someone good is not committing penalties, that should be noted. So in 40 coverage snaps, he didn't commit a single penalty. Overall this year, Hall's allowed 38 catches for only 486 yards and 4 touchdowns on 57 targets. For a guy that was coming off injury and got drafted as late as he was in 2020, Douglas found a guy that should have been picked a lot higher, that he benefited, that fell to the Jets late in the draft in 2020, and he looks like a real player. So those 4 players I want to highlight that we could be thankful for here on Thanksgiving. It appears like the Jets have a general manager that is by far and away the best at drafting that we've seen in the last 10 years. I'll give you another young player. I'm thankful for Mekhi Becton, man. I know he's been hurt this year, but it was a fluky injury. His own teammate rolled up into his leg. I think when Mekhi comes back, he's going to remind all of us why we all thought he was such a special player last year when he went out there and played awesome as a rookie. So I think despite the record for the Jets and the frustrations of watching the season, at least we could point to those young players as foundational pieces for this team going forward. The next thing that I'm thankful for, and I alluded to this earlier, I'm thankful for the entire Seattle Seahawks organization. I'm thankful for John Schneider and Pete Carroll. I'm thankful for those guys thinking that they were a box safety who can't cover away from winning a Super Bowl. Not only has the Jamal Adams trade already benefited the Jets, but you could argue, based on what happens in this draft, it might go down as one of the greatest trades in the history of the NFL for the Jets and one of the worst trades in the history of the NFL for Seattle. Right now, if the season were to end today, the New York Jets would have the 2nd overall pick and they'd have the 6th overall pick because they own Seattle's pick with their 3-7 record. Jamal Adams has been awful this year. He doesn't have a lot of sacks. He's been terrible in coverage. He cost his team a game against the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday with a brutal pass interference call. This guy is not that good. He is a good player. He's paid like he's a superstar. He's not. And the Jets getting 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick for Jamal Adams when they were going to be bad with or without him anyway last year is one of the great deals that this franchise has ever made. And the fact that we can already point to Elijah Vera Tucker as one of the pieces in the return for the Adams deal. The fact that they now will likely have, if not the 6th overall pick this year because of the Adams trade, but one that's probably around the top 10, the fact that they already have that in addition to AVT, the Jets have already won the trade. Left guard more valuable than box safety that can't cover. But wait till Douglas hits on another really good player with that top 10 pick. Or what if he does this? What if he trades up like he did with AVT and uses another one of the Jets' many picks to go up and get another stud player? Or he just picks a good player at number 10. Or he trades back and gets even more picks. The options are limitless for the Jets based off the Jamal Adams trade. And the thing that needs to be highlighted with this deal as well is this. Seattle has to pay Jamal Adams now more money than any safety has ever been paid in the history of football. Imagine paying Jamal Adams $18 million a year. You know what the Jets' record would be this year if Jamal Adams was on their team? 2-8. Would make no difference. You don't trade 2 1s and a third for a safety unless you're convinced that's all you're missing. They were convinced in Seattle. They've been dead wrong. Talk to any Seahawks fan. They already regret the Jamal Adams trade, and it's only going to get worse as the Jets will capitalize once again on that pick and turn that player into another star for this team going forward. So I am thankful to you, Seattle. I'm thankful for taking Jamal Adams off the Jets' hands. I'm thankful that you thought he was worth 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick. And then finally, guys, this is kind of with the theme of this video here. When we talk about young players, it's been a tough year. No Jet fan would deny that. It's been frustrating. But I'm also thankful for Joe Douglas's drafting ability because, yes, he hasn't hit on every pick, but no general manager will. But you know what Joe Douglas has done really well? He's hit on enough of these picks so far for us to believe in him. And he's also accumulated so many draft picks that, you have more of a margin for error if you're going to have that many picks. Like, you're not going to hit on every pick. But if you hit on 3 or 4 every draft class, like that's how you lay the foundation. And the Jets now are in prime position to ideally stack back-to-back drafts, let's say, together here, or certainly at least 2021 into 2022. And that's how you lay the foundation for your team. Like, Joe hasn't hit on every pick. No GM will. But we have seen Joe Douglas already hit on more picks than anything John Izek or Mike Maccagnan did. And I know the bar for those guys is really, really low. Like, they were horrendous. Maccagnan should never work in football again. It's not a coincidence that he hasn't worked in football since the Jets fired him. But you look at just the sheer fact that the Jets have 7 picks in the first 4 rounds, they're set up for success. 9 total picks in 2022, including 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and 2 fourth-round picks. The Jets are in prime position here with another good draft to really have a team that we could feel confident in going forward, a team of young players developing. And, at least with Douglas, we've seen him hit on enough picks here for us to feel good. Like, this year has been brutal if you're watching every game like I am, but at least I could run you a list of 2021 draft picks that have been good, especially now if Zach Wilson comes back and plays well down the stretch these last 7 games. Like, I think he will be, significantly better than what he was in his first 5 full games before the injury. Like, I think we're going to be able to talk more positively about the season as an end result into 2022. So, that's what I'm thankful for right now, right here, right now. I think those are some positives. There's some other ones I could find, but those to me are the most obvious ones. So once again, to me, the return of Zach Wilson, I'm thankful for that because regardless how he plays, it's much better for him to be out there getting experience than for us to have to watch Joe Flacco play for another game. I'm thankful for the young talent, including Elijah Moore, AVT, Michael Carter, Bryce Hall, Mekhi Becton. I'm thankful for those guys being on this team going forward. I'm thankful for the entire Seattle Seahawks organization for thinking they were Jamal Adams away from winning a Super Bowl. And I'm thankful in Joe Douglas's drafting ability that we've seen so far, because even though he hasn't hit on every single pick, he clearly has done a much better job than anything we've seen from Izek or Maccagnan, which is the reason why the Jets have been a disaster for the last 10 years. And the main reason why they have the longest drought in the NFL in regards to reaching the playoffs. So with that being said, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone who supports the Jake Asman Show. I'm based here in Houston, so obviously my local job here, I talk a lot of Houston sports. So when I started this channel, it was a way for me to talk about the teams that I'm truly passionate about, like the New York Jets. So thanks to everyone who takes time to watch the videos each and every day. Thanks to the Houston Jet fans. We're ready for the game on Sunday here at NRG. You'll see there'll be a lot of Jet fans, a lot of Jet green in the stands at NRG. If you're going to the game, come on down to the Blue Lot before the game and join us for the Houston Jets fan tailgate. Looking forward to meeting some of you at the game. I ask if you're new to the channel that you subscribe right over here. You obviously could like the video down below as well. That's that thumbs up icon. More likes, the more the YouTube algorithm gets boosted, and that's how you can help this page continue to grow. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving, and I want you all to enjoy the day with your family and friends, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Go Jets. Enjoy the Thanksgiving food, and let me know what you think in the comments. What are you thankful for involving the New York Jets? Have a good one, everybody.